Welcome back to EPs and LPs with
Cokes and
OB, and today we have a special guest with us. Please do us the honors of introducing yourself.
Hey guys, my name is Kotrell. Glad to be here.
Yeah, glad to have you.
Super
You
glad
can
to
see
have
his voice
you.
already. You can only say that
As
this
a
guy.
soft, very soft guy.
Very, absolutely. Man, good to have you here, man. How you doing today?
I'm glad, man. We've been talking about doing this for a
Yeah, actually.
Let's finally have you here. Obi has been mentioning like there's somebody he wants us to speak to, there's somebody he wants us to bring on.
Yeah,
so I'm glad we're finally meeting you.
Yeah,
I feel like you say this to all your guests.
No, I don't.
You know what's so funny?
She says
Actually,
I don't.
No.
I don't.
You're the first one she's saying this to.
Thank you.
So
No.
she's not always nice.
No,
I'm always
she's
nice,
standard,
but like what I'm saying to you.
Yeah, like saying that,
like,
we're
it's
looking
true.
forward to
Like,
talking to you.
Because like everybody we bring on here, very well thought out. We actually
definitely.
seek them out. Really.
Yeah.
So trust me.
But I was
like,
hammering that now.
one
we
of
have
one.
To.
Oh,
Yeah. But yeah, it's good to have you here, man. And let's just get on
right
the
into
actual, motive of today. So, as you know, EPs and LPs is basically spotlighting. Well, at this moment, we're spotlighting you.
Yes.
So we're just gonna start with you telling us about how your music, how you started doing music, basically.
Yeah.
So how did it come about?
I guess I started a children's music group.
Okay.
Yeah, in church.
So is this a boy band?
Nah.
Okay.
Nah. It was not as cool.
Okay.
But it was a church thing, and it was really dope.
Okay.
It was really dope.
Did you guys have a name?
Okay, so I'm going to tell you this name.
Okay.
It's
We always get the embarrassing
Don't
stories
worry,
out of people.
it's a cool name.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah?
okay.
Cool. Let's have
Tell
it.
us, let's hear it.
The Superstars of Jesus.
Oh! Bless Jesus.
Hallelujah.
Bless Lord.
You're not afraid of thunder striking. Just go with it. So
Very
that,
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
so that was the
cool.
name of the group. And I used to be like in a lot of social clubs.
Okay.
AIT Kids Club, the Heritage Club, just like different things. So I was always performing somehow, even if it wasn't singing, it was acting or dancing.
Okay.
I'm a shit dancer, by the way.
But you still did it. I mean,
Yeah.
that's something.
Yeah.
You know when all of us were in primary school, yes,
Yeah.
we could do everything.
Right.
Wow, that's
You
great.
could
So wait,
believe that.
you mean like
Something
in the
like
group,
that.
it wasn't just singing you guys were doing. You were doing pretty much everything.
Oh no, we're doing everything. Like we're doing recitals, dancing, acting. It was just amazing.
Where did you
About how
guys
many-
perform? Was it in the church?
Church, social events.
How many of you were in the group?
There's a ton of us.
Oh wow.
There's a ton of us, and like different generations.
Wow.
You know, like before I moved to Lagos, I used to, and I'm still, but not as active. Like one of like the coordinators, like one of the teachers for the group now, because it's still like a generation after.
Okay.
Hey.
So
Yeah.
it's still going on.
Yeah,
Presently.
it's like over 20 years.
Wow.
Like the
that's
group,
really-
it's insane.
That's
That's
very
actually
good.
Yeah, it's insane.
So you guys basically are the pioneers. You guys started.
Started?
No.
Oh.
Nah.
So 20, like
I
way
was-
before. Like,
Way
you guys-
before I was.
That is
Interesting.
something.
Yeah,
I think it probably
that's-
started when I was born.
Wow.
Yeah, like the year before I was born or something. It's
That's
crazy.
That's actually some interesting.
And it's really
Crazy.
good that you guys are still keeping it on.
Yeah,
So
actually.
I mean that would like I would want to ask from there. So does that mean like you had a lot of like musical influence in your family, like within your actual family? So were your parents into music as well? Like how, or did you slowly pick it up from church?
I wouldn't say they're into music, but they're lovers of good music.
Okay.
I'm sure my mom was probably like in the Catholic girls choir or something.
Okay.
You know, so maybe
What
she
was
plays
popping
that.
back
But-
then?
Yeah, but not like she's not like a music enthusiast.
Okay.
I think my dad loves music, but he's not like an enthusiast either. But my older brother,
Okay.
you know, like when I talk of like my music influences, there's like all these artists, but it started from my brother. Because like when you're a kid, like in a children's music group like that, it's like your teachers and like your friends.
Yes.
You know, there is no, except for a few people like like oh Whitney Houston or like this person.
An
Well,
external influence.
Yeah, but weren't reaching that far. So like the closest person I was like, oh, this person I look up to was my older brother.
Okay.
So he was the one that introduced like the idea of like songwriting and artistry in itself to me. So till date he's like, I always count him like in all my interviews or my bio, like my biggest music influence. Yeah.
Wow, that's
really
great.
good.
Yeah.
What type of music was he doing?
Yeah, he puts me on to Akon.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
So Akon was my first OG, like, okay, this is the guy.
Right.
So there was Akon, there was I don't know how this name is pronounced now, but like Chamillionaire.
Oh yeah,
It's Chamillionaire. I think
It's
it's
Chamillionaire.
Chamillionaire,
So
yeah.
there was Akon, there was Chamillionaire. Those were the guys. Then then the others, 50 Cent, Eminem,
Okay.
Bone Thugs.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
It was
Theology,
yeah, it
like,
was a
Yeah,
lot
the
of rap
main
music.
couple of
Yeah.
It was a lot of rap
yeah.
music.
Okay.
Yeah, so that was how like my whole like music thing really started. It was a children's musical. And there was my brother. So with all of that like music influence, I started as a rap artist.
Okay.
So I wrote my first song when I was 9.
What was that
Wow.
called?
It didn't have a title.
Okay.
it was a verse.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
It was a verse.
Do you want to drop it just to remember it?
Like, I
Or
mean,
something fast?
you're
We
very
wanna
much
hear
welcome to
it. Drop
entertain
it.
us.
Drop it.
Come on.
Drop it.
Nah, you don't pay me enough. No, okay, see, it was like,
Okay.
I don't know where this song is from, but I know it's probably from some American rap thing, but it's like, yippee.
Okay,
yeah,
man, things.
Okay.
And then we just added
Easy
one
to
nonsense,
back
like,
down.
no, I promise.
You can do good backup.
Nah,
Don't
I
worry.
promise it's not nearly impressive.
Okay.
There was something about I'm gonna blow your eye, you're gonna blow
Jesus.
my eye. you're gonna get
Milo,
blue.
nice.
I was like,
My goodness.
when I think about, this is the first time in years I'm thinking about that verse, and now just saying it again, it was so violent.
Oh yes.
Wow.
was like,
As a
I'm gonna-
9-year-old.
It was like, I'm gonna take your rice, you're gonna take my rice, I'm gonna blow your eye, you're gonna get it. I'm like, what?
Why?
What?
Rice?
Like,
But did
what-
you know
rice?
that
Do you
you couldn't
understand?
have right?
Actually.
And for some
But you
reason,
couldn't
I'm
have
sure
known,
it's
like-
jollof rice.
Oh my god, is that your favorite?
Oh, I'm actually really violent because jollof rice in Nigeria.
You can find
don't
we
even pay
find
my
for
jollof rice to get.
I don't know why that was.
Right.
But then my first studio recording was when I was 11.
Okay.
So I went to the
That's
same.
quite early.
Yeah. My uncles are artists, like gospel artists.
Okay.
Shout out PIP.
Oh,
Nice.
So-
shout out to them.
Yeah. So I went to Abuja and then like they had like a studio set up and then we just recorded. It was really good stuff. So like I said, my older brother, one of my biggest music influences. So we went to the same secondary school, Air Force.
Okay.
So I had like a whole military thing going on.
Yeah.
And that was when I now really started performing original music.
Yeah.
Because like there was an allowance for that, like in the chapel,
Yeah.
you know, when they
You
having
could do your own.
testimony time.
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
added a
true.
special number, but just made it
Really
cool.
all-
And rap was like the cool thing. then.
Yeah.
So it was just like like all these guys in SS3, SS2 come out Sunday with their sagged pants.
In
and
church.
no, like
You're allowed to do
In
that?
church, like, I was like,
I don't know. I'm surprised that people are still out there sagging, but like, I feel like that was a trend. Like sagging.
Back then, like
Yeah.
give it up.
Come
allow
on.
it, man.
You sagged your pants at some point.
Did you? Were you allowed to?
Nah,
Oh,
you
yeah,
were never
yeah.
cool.
I died. No, I guess coming
No,
to read.
right? Exactly.
I can't
Like,
even do
come
that to
on,
my
come
co-host.
on.
You can
No, not
come
gonna lie, I
and read.
did, but I never really fancied it, so I didn't do it. Like, I just did it because it was a trend, but then I
Yeah.
figured, like,
Yeah,
what the hell is
yeah.
this?
It was just
like,
a trend.
bro,
It was
it's
just
uncomfortable.
It was like flare pants. I don't know. We called it fella trousers.
Right.
Like you know the ones that
Oh
like,
yes,
go down
yes,
there
boot
now.
cuts.
Yeah.
So that was like it was still like in that era.
So people were sagging boot cuts.
It was wild world, but that's what it was.
We-
Wow.
Yeah, that's what it was. So like you had
That
like
is wild.
Actually.
I would like to see
I
it.
can't. You know, now that I'm trying to
It's the
visualize,
imagery is too funny.
Yeah, right.
it's dark, but like that's what it was. So you had like all these guys in SS2, SS3, like they come out like in their moments, and you just have like all the. This is ironic that it's in church, but like you have all the girls going crazy, like they're rapping, and these were like the cool
Whoa.
kids, you know. So I was like, oh, okay, that's
What's
cool.
actually going
I'm
on?
like, that's
Like,
cool.
Right.
So I was like, oh, this is where my brother is getting his vibe from.
Oh.
Yeah.
Right, I'm gonna tap. So you know, I'm gonna tap
Inspiration.
into that.
You get it.
Okay.
And it's crazy because I'm a really reserved person,
Okay.
but my older brother is worse than me. Like he's not even. So he's like,
Out there.
Why
Yeah.
he's much more reserved or his
much
opposite?
more
Oh,
reserved.
Wow,
okay.
I couldn't
Yeah.
imagine. I
Yeah.
feel like you're quite like on the calm side. So I couldn't
Yeah.
really imagine someone calmer than you.
It's unthinkable.
Wow.
So he was like the coolest guy in his class, and he's so talented, but he wasn't performing in school or anything. When I came, I was like, no, I'm going to be like these guys, you know. Then I started writing, got my first music group, called ourselves the Extraordinaries.
Okay.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Okay.
and then we're just
Okay.
rapping, you know. Before, before long, I started performing like with the top dogs, like the seniors. Seen one small. See, I'm not
So
a big dude,
you've
man.
been featuring from like
No,
Back
we're
then.
killing
your
it.
collabs.
Yeah.
Your collab sheet is long.
And it's
Okay.
weird. We were doing it for all the wrong reasons.
Okay.
Because it was in church, bro. It was in church. But we're
Um,
doing it for all the wrong reasons. But those were very
Yeah.
formative years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was after high school. What am I calling high school? Secondary school. It
Oh,
was
we
after
get-
secondary school
Right.
that I found soul music.
Oh, okay.
You know,
Wait, that's cool.
Yeah, I think already a lot of Drake was already messing with me because
Yeah.
Oh,
you know, like the melodics in rap, and it was just like, this is. But then after school, I watched an Ed Sheeran performance. He was doing a MTV Storyteller. I can never forget it. He just had his guitar and his loop pedal, and he had like maybe like 200 people. And for like 53 minutes, they were just zoomed into like what this guy was giving them, and I just watched this one human being with just his voice and a single instrument just provoke all these emotions with this audience. And I was like, damn, I want to do that. Yeah, and then that was
That's
where
great. That's
that was
great.
where it changed.
Proper inspiration.
So
Yeah.
I would. Seems like you just mentioned a bit of it, but I want to ask again.
Sorry,
Pardon me. Sorry.
am I taking your breath away?
Oh,
I think that's what
do you
it
want to
is.
like? There's a
That-
question
no,
I
that's
wanted
what
to
it
ask,
is.
but do you want to chill
Okay,
maybe?
all right, no,
Okay,
you go.
so
Okay.
basically, you
Don't-
said
don't
like your
ask
brother
kids,
was
I
no,
don't-
no, don't worry, it's
What?
good, it's good. It's a good question. Trust me, it's a good
Can I
question.
trust
just wanted
him?
to.
Trust him. It's
Do
fine.
you trust him?
I do.
Absolutely.
100%. Thank you.
Okay.
So yeah, I just wanted to know, like you say, your
Yeah.
brother really was a huge part in your music
Yeah.
journey. I wanted to know, have you guys maybe done music together, or has he written a song for you before, or has it been, or he just basically put you on to some of the artists that you used to listen to as a kid?
Okay, first of all, I've stolen one of his songs.
Okay. That's
but
good.
it was not even a serious thing. Sha.
Yeah.
But we,
Did he know about it? Did
Yeah. Ah, he was
like,
pissed.
Oh.
Because it wasn't even like a studio recording type thing. It was like I heard him sing it. I was like, oh, I like it. And then I went and sang it with my group in school. Like, so Sunday morning comes to service, next thing,
He's
singing
hearing
with,
his-
with my small friends. It was in SS3, I was in like SS3.
Ah.
Then my small friends were not singing the song with each other, and we spelled the song.
Oh,
pissed.
wow.
He was pissed. But
Wow,
it,
TV.
it is what it is. So like he put me on to like my earliest like music influences.
Okay.
You know how your older siblings kind of like put you onto like what's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If it's their mannerisms, the way
Yeah,
they talk, or
yeah.
the way they dress. So for me, it was like the music, amongst other things.
Okay.
So we never did we? I not that I can think of. Maybe I forgot him. But I don't think we've had like a studio recording like collab like me and him.
Okay.
But when we were in school, when I now really became really present, like and I was now become like one of those guys. Like,
Yeah.
we now made like a duo,
Mhm.
like the Kotrells, but we only did maybe like 3 performances.
Oh, is that your name, the Kotrell?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Kotrells.
Oh.
Oh, it was really cool. Those were some of my most memorable performances.
That's so sweet. I'm so
Yeah.
bad. So for you, what's your favorite part of the entire music journey? What part do you like? Yeah. What's your favorite part
The part of the journey
of creating
like,
music?
or creating music.
Mhm.
Okay, I think first of all, to not answer like a broader question, like because being an artist, being a musician is much more than just making music. That's making music, not just
Right, one part of it.
you know they speak pidgin for this.
Normally,
Of course.
feel
So-
free.
Oh yeah, sorry.
making-
I should have answered that in pidgin.
No, man.
Isn't that so?
No,
Isn't
no,
that-
no, I don't say no.
Normal, guy,
This is
normal,
gossiping.
normal.
No, you're too clean for that.
No, I'm one of the boys. Don't worry.
God forbid.
I
You're
am.
never one of the boys. Yeah, I find babe. That's good.
I'm one of the man them. Don't worry.
Can you imagine? That's PG. Man, them. Oh, God.
I'm trying my best, guys. Can you-
That's busting my
wild. That's
head.
wild. That's wild.
I'm trying.
Oh, God help us all.
No.
Absolutely.
So,
Yeah.
making music, not just one side. It's just one. I mean, it's a big deal, but really, 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 especially if you're an independent artist, like making music is just a really small part of
Right.
like in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah.
So,
So if we do making music first, and then we can do like your favorite part of like the entire
the
creative
entire thing.
process.
okay, making music. My favorite thing with music is melodics and lyricism. So I think putting out lyrics is like one of my favorite things. Songwriting is my favorite thing.
Oh,
You know, I take my time with it when I'm really into it, and it's my favorite thing. Just be writing a song and then one line, one melody hits me. It's just like
guy.
you just see me, smile at myself.
Can you comment my pigeon? I'm doing Ienta since.
I like shift. Who is on? What do you mean? Ienta. Oh, the best.
I would never lie to you. I'm sorry.
I can do it again.
Don't just
allow
be,
it. Yeah.
just be fine. Just be fresh. Just be clean. Just do your UK accent thing.
In it.
No, I'm only doing it. Wow.
Oh my god.
Okay, no one.
Oh my god.
No one.
Lord, make it stop. Please.
Man.
Okay,
We're
so
going
what about
through
the entire creative process? What's your favorite part?
My favorite part of being an artist is, I think, still making music, and I'm seconded by performing. You know, like different artists have like different yardsticks for success. For some people, it's like great streaming numbers. Some people, it's like, okay, you don't cash out like 5 billion from one show or like endorsement deals. For me, just as far as artistry, not overall life success, just like artistry, it's like performing music to people and just hearing them just really feel it. Because remember, like my epiphany, like soul music was like Ed Sheeran and things. So it's like when I'm able to do that, I'm like, like just make them
Mission
feel it.
accomplished.
And then when they're singing the lyrics back to you,
You love it.
it's like it's just like
Shoot it.
it's just like oh,
Shoot it.
oh no.
Inject it.
No, please.
I'm trying to be cool, girl, so bad.
Oh, man.
No, you're already cool the way you are. Just stop.
Alright,
God.
so
Yeah.
let's talk about your production team. Like,
Okay.
So ever since you started doing music, is it the same guys that have been part of your production team that still the same guys working with you now, or has it been like a change or progress basically?
Okay. First up, I'd say that I haven't worked with too many people like that.
Okay.
You know, just a handful. If I work with producers, maybe 15. That's for my personal projects, not.
Oh, okay.
You
But
know,
have you ever
'cause-
produced? Like, do you
Yeah,
produce?
I do like love co-production of my music.
Okay, that's good still.
And I like to personally handle my vocal production.
Mm.
Like instrumentals, maybe I just do guitars, maybe some drums. But then I let the big boys handle the
Do
rest.
that, yeah.
You know.
So you sound quite involved in like the entire
Yeah. I think most creatives are perfectionists. You know, and I'm very hands-on. So I like to be involved like in my production, in my mix engineering, because like that's something I do as well. And then especially like in my writing, I love to write. I mean, I feel like at some point, I'd like to collaborate with other songwriters because people are crazy, you know.
The
But
talent is crazy out here.
oh my God, there's so many talented people,
Absolutely.
So there's just like a couple of producers that I've worked with, you know. But since I moved to Lagos, I've worked with not so many on my personal thing. There's Noah Beats, amazing guy. There's YB the Wild Youth. There's Diaso, amazing guy.
So people you've worked with already.
Yeah,
So
like
is
from
there
my
anyone
personal
on your
projects.
list that you?
A couple of other guys, if I don't mention their names, not because I don't love
Yeah,
It's a lie, because
no
it doesn't love
respect. It's just
people.
like I'm sure there's
It
a ton
doesn't
of
like
people,
you.
yeah.
If I didn't
Don't.
mention your name, I just want to say that I love you, I respect you.
Appreciate you.
I'm
for
sure
all
they
that.
will.
Oh my God,
Yes.
I've worked with Shaba, the producer.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Shaba producer, he's the one that produced like my next single, amazing song.
Who did I beg?
I beg Noah Beats and YB
Okay,
Wild Youth.
he's good. Like keep him.
Yeah, they're
we
so
like
good.
him.
They're so good.
We like
Yeah.
him.
Yeah.
You know, I was going to drop him before.
Okay.
But
keep
because
him.
of you now,
Because I've said so
I'm
now.
going to
It
keep
may
him.
keep Abeg because I love Abeg.
Yeah.
No, Beats.
And I said
Thank
I
you,
listened
Keith
like
and LPs.
50, 11
Thank us.
times, like in one go.
You're gonna be
Really-
part of the
it was
process.
a really
Absolutely.
good track.
Yeah,
Can't
those-
wait to hear like so much more
Yeah.
from you.
Those are
So
really
in
solid
terms-
guys.
Really
Really, really
good.
solid
No,
guys.
you guys make a great team and you create
Yeah.
amazing.
Should I keep
music.
calling producers' names? Because I'm feeling
No,
bad.
I think
Yeah,
let's
no,
skip.
no.
I know.
Okay,
You're
wait,
like,
one of them on the
Okay,
side.
okay, wait, let me call one more.
Oh yeah, one.
Okay, I want to.
One. Remember, you know those like
retro.
retro.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think that's it.
Remember those like you know when you're like children's parties and like
Yeah.
I want to who do you want to send your shout out to and you start saying I want to shout out my
To
this
my
that,
mom, my best friend, my neighbor, my dog.
Yeah, it's just terrible because I said I haven't worked with
love
a
them.
lot of
Yeah.
producers. And now
And
I'm
then, like,
not
the
even
list
calling
is
all of
going.
them.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Okay, I know, of course. So
Okay,
in
I
terms of
remember
people,
another one. Sebastian.
okay, so in terms of people that
Okay.
so in terms of people that you're trying to work with or you'd like to work with, who are they?
Producers?
Artists, and also maybe some producers as well. Yeah.
See, like the way I feel about these things is, like even though like you have a mic strapped to my shirt and then like there's a camera,
We have to like
it's
loop
just
it
like,
around his neck as well. Like, please tell us.
Yeah, but it's just like
Okay.
beyond. I'm not really feeling pressure to see things that I don't mean.
Okay.
So to be honest, like there are a lot of like really dope producers out there. But right now, like, there's nobody that I have in mind. It's like, oh, like this person, like, if you put me in a room, this person, I'll just die.
Yeah.
Like, there's a person, because, like, it just is what it is. There are people that are doing great stuff.
Yeah.
But you see these names I've mentioned, incredible.
So, how did it, so, would you say then that you are, how do you meet these people? Because my question there was really, do you seek them out or do you guys just come together and you just, make great music? So, how do you guys meet up and think, yes, we're gonna, work together?
Oh, it's crazy. All these names that I mentioned, like there was none of them that I found them somewhere. I was like, okay, so now let's meet up and let's do something. It just somehow happened organically. Maybe I was with somebody and then they walked in the room and the energy. I'm just like a very energy, like centric person. So it's like if I vibe with you, it's like good because like I feel like no matter how talented someone is, like if they're not with you, they're not with you.
Of course,
if they're not putting music is. I mean, it's skill, but like there's still emotion, and so if somebody's not really in it, they're not in it. You've heard top producers produce something. It's like, hey, is this guy that produced something?
Yeah.
Just like
it doesn't sound like
but when they really put their
it's like,
you feel it, you hear it.
Yeah, so this guy is like, it just happened in the weirdest way. No, we went to school together, but he pulled up to my house with another artist for a session, and then it was like, oh, it's you, and then it just kicked off. Same thing with YB the Wild Youth. He pulled up with somebody else for a session in my house, and we just started talking, and then the energy was just like amazing. And now he's a brother, so it just happens in the most
random,
unexpected way. Yeah, I never force these things. Never.
Is there a difference when it happens like that, as to compared to if you arrange it and you say, okay, we're gonna meet at 2 p.m. on this day, we're gonna do music together?
Yeah, there is. Like when it's just like organic and unforced, like the energy is it just get ACP. It's just very nice. I prefer it.
Okay.
But when you reach out and you meet up, I mean, it's always a gamble still because there are people that, I mean, it's a paid service, it's work, it's it's a collaboration. So you can pull up and then the energy is still just like great. I mean, business aside, we can still, but there are people that you just meet them and then you just work business. They just give you their normal billing rates. Everything is just
one time.
Everything just credit and debit. And then it's just be not the best situation. But yeah, I just prefer it organically. But if you told me, this guy, let's make a session now, I'm all for it. I'm all for collaboration. It's just I never go to bed thinking, oh God, this producer, if I can just touch the helm of his garment, I'll have a hit song. Like I never think about that.
So what about artists? Do you have those?
It's a similar thing, to be honest. Because I was having this conversation with somebody, like there are artists that are very like selfish with their music. Like I want to be able to make this song holistically, and I think for the longest time, like that's where like I've been mentally. And I was telling somebody, I was like, yo, like especially as an emerging artist, if you can't get people to love your music for just you first, then
it's hard.
That's a tricky situation. But there's some
controversial question, but
I will not even answer it.
There's some artists. No, let him say what he's gonna say. There's some artists that
it's my career that you want to. God forbid. Please, my brother. Please,
So
let me put this out into the universe. Okay. Artists that I'd like to collaborate with. Nigerian artists.
Okay.
Ladipo.
I can see that one.
Ladipo.
I hear you. Yeah.
Because I'm a sucker for lyricism. Ladipo is just
he's
my God.
Genius.
He's a poet. So there's Ladipo, Simi, and Bikasan.
I was getting to Rika Sani because I know you were part of his. He brought you up on stage on his industry.
Yeah,
right?
he did.
So tell us about that. Actually, how was that experience for you? Like being a part of the.
It was cool. It was cool. It was ridiculous.
Yeah.
It was cool.
What was your favorite?
It was really cool. What
was your favorite part of it?
favorite part of it was, I don't know. I think,
hard to
I,
say.
I, I,
Okay, but
think-
how did it come
I
about?
think the whole thing was
Actually,
great.
like, have you known him long before then, or how did you guys meet? Did
What
you
was the
reach out to
history
him?
behind
Did
it?
he reach out to
Okay.
you? How's it like? How did it come about?
Okay, I've known him for a minute.
Okay.
I think
Since
since maybe 2017.
Okay, maybe sometime.
So I met him in church. It was just like the most weirdest most story.
Church
But-
na link up.
Do you understand? We did do
Actually,
hook up. That- as in not that actual.
No, that,
Yay!
no, we get.
That's-
That didn't happen.
yeah.
You call that as a video.
Absolutely.
We'll try.
Okay, so it was not that is,
Yeah.
but these things.
I
happen.
would want to
So-
go to that type of church. If
you
know where
wanna
you're doing
go?
it, yes. Which church is that?
I've always known this.
About-
From this your hair, I just knew that.
There's
That's my
something
vibe.
quite sauce about
That's-
this
That's
one.
right.
I really feel like that's what she is. And she's just coming into the fullness of her being. And I support
No,
you.
I would be like a member, like yes, pastor.
So you identify as a harlot.
Oh, absolutely.
Just Negudu.
Yes.
Oh my
No,
God.
like Mary Magdalene. Let me be that.
Oh my God. What's going on here? Please.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God. So what happened was, it was, I think at the end of the year, I was going to this church. What's the name of the church?
Well, if you
If you
feel
want.
like it, but if you don't want to, no
Oh
problem.
yeah.
No.
We're good.
So
Okay.
let's do an endorsement deal.
Alright.
Maybe even the brass.
Come and talk to us.
Ambassador for your
Yeah,
church.
yo, that's big.
I feel like it's on brand though, no?
On brand, is it?
Is it not? You give wholesome church vibes.
I just give decent
And
human
then-
being vibes.
On a
Also,
low, yeah, church is
that's-
actually a
yes.
very big, like, space to get connection. To be
Yes,
very honest, you
yes.
get
It's
connected.
like a
I know for a fact that some
community.
people that have
Church
actually
is
gotten
such a
connected.
good place to commune with God.
Hallelujah.
And to
No doubt.
But-
just
Mm.
live your
full-
mission and just
Yeah, improve your spiritual
walk in
life.
righteousness.
Yes.
connections. No, that's not.
But to commune
No,
with
but
people.
then again, like, connection. Everything about
To
life
commune
is
with
God that
people is
ordained
to
it.
commune
So
with
connection
God.
is
So-
Actually,
Yeah.
now that we're talking about it,
Right.
I think it was a God moment.
Yeah.
Because let me tell you guys what happened.
Right. Tell
So
us.
we're having like an end of year. I think it was fasting and prayer. I think
Okay.
it was House on the Rock, Port Harcourt,
Mhm.
and then I was there. I like sitting on the back alone, and then I was sitting. I don't think there was anybody else on that line, and then we're just praying and doing nothing, and then this guy just walks in, and this was around the time that I had just discovered his music, and I was just blown away. I was like, who is this guy?
Did you
know?
recognize him?
That's the thing. Let me give you this gist now.
Oh yeah. Okay. I
We're praying.
I like my gist like detailed like.
Okay, I don't fully recognize him
Okay.
because when he just walked in. We were supposed to be praying, so I was like, so he walks past me, just like, excuse me, and then he's like, then I was like,
So he came onto the road that you were on. That was
yeah,
empty.
and he was like, excuse me, let me just.
Okay.
And I was like, no, let me just focus on God because that's why I'm here.
Yeah. Of course.
So like at some point like during the service, like I just turn and look at this guy. You sure it's not?
So I just like small glances.
yeah.
You look very familiar.
Yeah.
I did get, but then I'm not but now I'm changing. I'm very different now.
Okay.
But like then, I don't really talk to. I don't really approach people.
Yeah,
Just like
yeah.
everybody just be okay the way you
That's
are.
day your day
I'll be
type of
fine.
thing.
But if you talk to me, great. You
Okay.
understand? Yeah, I'm just.
It's
I
a
don't-
reserved.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I need therapy for that. But
No, I feel like it's pretty normal.
That's okay.
right?
I think it is.
Okay.
So you were glancing, you were looking.
Yeah. So
So at what point did you then approach him?
when the service was over,
Okay.
because I'm not a creep. You know.
Yeah.
So, so when the service was over and then he was about to walk out, I was like, "Yo, please excuse me. I'm so sorry to bother you. You look like Rick Hassani. Are you him? You know, I don't even think. I think now I'm just being very organized and being put together. I think I just said you look like Rick Hassani, and then I was saying, "Are you him?" with my eyes, like, and then he now goes. I think that was a very proud moment for him. Because he looked upon me and then he said,
He gazed.
yeah. So now just imagine you look like Rukasani and then he just, I feel like this was such a moment. He should frame this. And then he goes, I am Rukasani.
Oh wow.
I was like, this guy.
Feel yourself in
yeah,
that moment.
Yeah, and then from then, like, we just started talking, one or two. We didn't talk for like a year or something, but then I can't remember what it was. But we started talking again. I think we met in a studio session in Port Harcourt. And then we just started talking from there. So when I moved to Lagos, like he now really became like one of the really correct guys that like I can reach out to and just really draw strength from. Like guidance, just like great energy. Such a kind person. Have you met him?
No.
Were you a fan of his music? You cut that part out
You
from this
don't
video.
deserve a gentleman.
You cut that part out from that video
Don't you
because
think you deserve a
you have chosen
gentleman?
which part. You have chosen
I have.
listening to
I
nonsense
have. I
music.
do. I love it.
Okay, so
Anyways,
No, I don't.
okay,
I get it.
let's get
That's
into it.
anyways.
Yeah.
That's how we met.
I'm a hater.
Okay.
And he's been like great people. So I can't remember what happened, but he heard, he had his show in December last year, one night only,
Okay.
and I opened up for him, and I performed this song, and then fast forward to like this year, he hits me up and he's like, "Yo, like I'm watching videos from the show, and bro, you killed it. Like I love that song that you did. Send it to me." And then I sent it to him. I was like, "Oh, this song is crazy. This song can be really something special. Would you like to perform it at?" Oh no, he not asked me. He told me. He said, "You perform it at my industry night. I'm going to bring you out like on the main show, like in the middle of my performance. I'll just call you." And I was like, "Yeah, yes."
That's big,
that's what
actually.
happened.
No, that's great stuff.
It was great.
That's an amazing story.
I mean,
I
real
liked it.
recognize
It was
real
really
good.
Of course.
Once you're good, you're destined for greatness. That's just the truth.
Yeah.
So
And it's really good when you have like people like that in the industry that are able to like foster new talent and give you advice and be able to bring you in. So for you, being in the creative industry, what would be the advice that you would give someone that's just coming into it, that's just starting or wants to be creative in any way? How would you advise that person?
There's a shitload of things, but it's just like if I had like just 20 seconds, it's just like just start, just do it. Just in the words of my very good friend, just go for it. Like just do. Nobody has it figured out. There is no formula. There is no this person did this, then he now blew up. This person, even the people that have blown, they're still trying to figure shit out. So just start, just move. You're not going to get to where you feel like you deserve to be by playing out hypothetical situations in your head. You have to do. You have to welcome messing up and making mistakes, because that's really the only way forward. If you want to progress like quicker, just move. Whatever you feel is the thing that will help you get to where you need to be, just do it. If it does not work, then you do another thing.
yeah, exactly. Life is pretty much all about trials and errors. You get that right
You can't stop.
process.
You just have to just keep doing. Nobody has it figured out.
Yes,
just do.
Right on, Pastor.
Do you know I considered ministry at some
Oh,
point?
yeah.
No, you should. No,
So
because
why
you just
why
spoke
did
a
you-
word for
why
me,
did
and
you-
I was about to ask you as well.
Right, I'm
What do you
gonna
do
say to
outside
you,
of music?
Receive it, sister.
I do.
Hallelujah. Shake, you forgot to shake.
Okay, so you put your offering. Or I'll send you account details.
No, I will fish it out from under my breast. So
Do you
Oh,
not?
he will. He will.
Voila.
Serious one, no.
It's not why I'm here. but yeah, I think
Oh, no,
sometimes
that's
there's this time I was like, ministry, Lord, is this what you're saying to
You,
me?
I mean, you could absolutely branch into that.
Yeah.
I
You're
think.
taking seriously.
We,
why not?
no,
I mean,
because
do you know
you
the
spoke
truth?
a
Yeah,
word
at the end of the
and
day,
it landed
yeah.
on the system.
The truth is, yeah, honestly, I don't even think if you're doing that, I feel like you're doing that for God, not just for people. So you shouldn't be looking at it that would people take you seriously. As long as you know where your heart is, your mind is, and you're going for it, that's what ultimately matters.
Yeah.
So don't really, people are going to be people, but definitely there are going to be people that will support you, that will actually be influenced by the things you say.
I probably be one of them. Front
Whoa.
seat every Sunday.
Wait, please, let's.
No,
No,
no doubt. If
wait,
definitely
now,
we
wait,
can
wait.
guarantee you that.
Oh God! So
All
my
right.
music career has really been,
No, I was trying
Wait,
to divert you
wait,
to another
see-
career. You're still doing this one. Okay.
if that's going to happen, the Lord will speak loud and clear. So
In
that-
time,
that's
in
good.
good time.
Yeah. I just feel like right now this is what I'm supposed to do.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And I
Life is
agree
bigger
with
than.
you.
Yeah,
Of
life is all about
course, it's
stages.
time.
There are people that, like if you're making music, if you're an artist, like music is it for you.
Yeah.
It's like the genesis and it's a revolution, and that's fine.
Mhm.
That's very
Yeah,
okay.
Very okay.
Yeah, but like for me, I'm just one of those
It's a
people
journey,
that's
right?
like music. That's my whole life.
Mhm.
Like as far as like I've known that okay, I'll do something like when I'm older, it's be music. Like going to do, but I also know that like there's so much more that I'm going to do. Like music is one of these things.
That you will do. So right now, do you do anything else apart from music?
Everything that I do is around the creative space, particularly the music space.
Okay.
So apart from like me being Kotrell, the amazing artist that you all love.
Absolutely.
I do
The
a lot of
lyrical
stuff.
genius, the guy that,
Just
bro, there's
don't stop,
like
just
like
keep going.
you know, the song like you. You know, there's that line where you in the hook where you're like, you're not one in a million, you're not one in a. This guy, if you
He's
talk to your
Oh,
babe, forget
God.
it. You're not one in a million, you're not one in a billion.
You're one in
There's
the what?
only you. I'm like, huh?
Wow.
There's only you.
That's
Telling you, babe, that and she
wow.
don't fall.
That
straight.
pressure. We
Straight.
just
Can I tell
What?
you that? Would you
Where's Sam?
fall?
You straight up, she don't fall already.
daughter of Zion have what of pine.
Now I believe you. No, that was good. That was good. That was good.
Thank you.
I'm like,
It's like no, the pigeon is settling.
I
this
felt,
elsewhere.
I'm trying right now.
I felt that in my heart. I felt that
No,
right
but
here.
what?
You guys are killing me. I said,
Forget this guy. You should host the show alone. Let's.
Look at my handwork. Look at the
no,
works of my
she's gonna start a
hands.
different show.
Oh my god.
Or
That's
maybe
different
that,
from
yeah,
this
it's
one.
different from this one. Don't worry, you
It
might be
was
the first
it
guest.
was so good to have you.
Absolutely,
Yeah,
actually,
like,
yeah.
Okay, you guys are doing me. I should get out.
No,
We're
no,
getting there
no.
soon.
So guys, thank you so much for joining
But before
us on this episodes of
Be-
EPs and
LPs,
LPs.
and
Yeah.
cooks and maybe. But we also do it. Where can we find you? Where can people
Yeah,
find
please,
you?
it's
What
like-
what are you most anticipating this year? What should people look out for this year? And
Yeah.
where can we find you online, social media?
Okay.
Apart from people that know you already, like Obi.
Oh, okay. I feel like every social media platform that matters, you can find me there.
What is
At the Kotrell, TheKotrell, Kotrell, the Kotrell. I think on Twitter it's Trelly Music, because I don't know what I did to Twitter day.
Yeah, they do that to
Yeah, they
everyone.
kicked me out. So, so I opened a new account. It's Trelly Music.
Okay.
TRELLY Music.
One word.
Yeah, Trelly Music. Official Trelly Music. It's Trelly
Yeah,
Music.
that's last
Okay,
we
well,
said.
yeah,
no,
we'll
Yeah,
put it,
you
yeah.
I'm not
surely
really a
come
social
out.
media person, but you see me there.
Yeah.
I'm not really present on Twitter as much.
But
I think
Instagram.
Instagram, yeah.
Mm.
Instagram, that's where I'm
And then like streaming platforms. Or...
streaming platform. My music's all the streaming platforms. So Kotrell, KOTRE.
Wow.
Yeah.
This year, we should be putting out 2 projects.
Okay.
One in the first half, and another in the last quarter of the year. And
We're looking at singles, EPs,
EPs,
albums.
Ah, see what you did there. See what you did. 2 EPs this year,
Oh, okay, good.
and
Good.
we should have an album next year.
Oh, nice.
So we're
Looking
excited.
forward to it.
So we're excited for that. You guys are so cool.
We
you know.
do backup
I mean,
vocals.
Yeah, like just so you
Lies.
know,
Oh,
no,
we
no,
do.
but in all
Real
honesty, I
life.
do ad libs.
People
So
know-
yeah, but like
people
yeah,
know my
we,
career is still trying to.
no, that's why like you know,
What do you
gotta-
mean?
as
No,
much
we're
help as you can
good.
get, like
Right,
you know,
then-
and
We will
we
not
don't-
charge you
we
too
don't
much.
charge you
We don't
much.
charge too
Don't
much.
worry.
So
So
the thing is,
Very affordable.
So the thing is, I feel like I like you guys' energy.
Right.
Yeah.
And I feel like I like to put you guys on.
I
Right.
bet.
I like to share my platform with you.
Okay.
But there's a long list of people that are trying to get in.
Damn.
But
that's the way to break
but-
our hearts softly.
Wait, now,
very
wait,
softly.
wait.
Are you serving
But-
us a shit
but-
sandwich
no,
right
no,
now?
no. But you
That
can,
would
but you
be-
can talk to my manager and
Okay.
for a small
Wow,
fee.
he's giving us to talk to my
wait
people.
now, wait
Oh,
now.
okay.
But for a small fee, I'm sure they can bump.
You're
you
very
guys up on
industry. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
no, we
Kotrell
don't
is
discuss-
very
not my
industry.
day, not
Talk
my
to
day.
my
So in
let my
other
people.
words, you be paying me to sing backup for me.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What a
We get it.
businessman.
But I'm Kotrell, she gets.
What a
We get it,
businessman.
child, true.
You have to applaud
On
that.
some status.
Well
I'm
done.
Kotrell.
So we gotta put some
We get
respect
it.
on
This
your
is
status.
not.
Anyhow person.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just
Kotrell.
random off the street.
You get
It's
like
Kotrell.
it's not.
That we
It's
have
not
here.
a regular. Obi, you know
Yeah.
this now.
No,
He
actually,
knows.
no,
I
no,
know
no,
now.
Actually, yeah.
Oh, you don't know before.
I
Kick her off
was
the
in
show.
that.
That's what I think. I
Now
really
your
think-
team up.
I mean, you get 2 seconds ago,
Wow.
Steve.
I really feel like she's the one pulling this show backwards.
Wow.
Kick her Kick her off.
Wow.
Where? We'll find out in the next episode of EP.
This is really gonna
I
be
feel, like,
back.
I feel like the camera should just zoom into your face. Now look at him now. The face of the show, like
Wow.
this is
I
an
mean,
LP.
I don't know.
I
It's
thought we
right.
really. Wow.
Look at her. Look at him. Perfect.
Anyway, if this episode never makes it out, you know why?
Oh yeah,
We accidentally
Is that
said
how
it
we-
deleted.
Say,
You know
please now.
why?
Please now.
Oh my god.
But no, it was lovely to have you.
Absolutely.
You guys are so dope.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank
You as well. Like, this has been one of our most fun episodes. No, I'm not even joking, actually. Like,
Lies. I feel like you say it to all your guests.
No, we
no.
don't.
I don't believe you. I feel like you're lying.
Because, no, I feel like...
Tell me and I'll believe you. Tell me and I'll believe you.
No, we don't. We literally never said that before to anybody ever.
No
And
jokes,
it's
actually.
very convincing when you do with the UK accent, man. It's like, innit?
That's
I'm
my
begging.
That's my live accent.
That's when you lie. Innit? Innit, fam.
Thank you, sir. Thank you
All right,
so
guys.
much.
Until next time, stay safe.
Stay safe.
Love always.
Have fun,
Bye.
guys.